Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and welcome to the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I'm going for a bit of a walk here. I'm at the Oxley Common, and I thought, why not? Why not do two things, weight loss and do a video? So today guys, what I wanted to talk about is consumer credit. And I gotta tell you guys, I've been a credit card junkie most of my life. When I turned 18, I remember applying for the first credit card I got was a Microsoft Visa card. Thank you, Microsoft. Thank you, Microsoft. Microsoft Visa card. That was my first card. And then, you know, before I knew it, I bought a television. I remember I went to Chandler's and I bought a television. What else did I buy? It's always noisy here. You know that I'm trying to make vids, and there's always some jackass always making noise here. You know, I just want to make a vid. These guys here got to scream their way around everything. Just a bit of quiet, inside voice. And anyhow, what I was saying about credit cards is that I've basically carried a balance since I was 18. ANZ, I had the Microsoft that was through ANZ, Microsoft Visa card. Then I got an Amex green card. That's a charge card. The best day of my life with American Express was when I cut it up and cancelled the card. What else? I got a Commonwealth Bank MasterCard, and yeah, I remember that. So I gotta tell you the truth. Credit, and you know, a lot of people say credit cards are bad, Dave Ramsey. Yeah, they are, but it is a convenience. As long as you know, I gotta be totally honest with you. A lot of people are very anti-credit card. I'm not really anti-credit card, but you know, I think eventually you do want to pay the piper off. You don't want to continually be carrying a balance. And in my life, from 18, I'm 48 now, from 18 to 48, I've basically carried a balance. I have basically carried a balance for that entirety. Probably less than 6 months I didn't have a balance. It'd be less than 6 months. The closest I came was when I paid it out, and then the CCC came knocking. And then I had to engage a lawyer, Robertson O'Gorman. I engaged Robertson O'Gorman, and they wanted a contribution to their trust account, $3,500, and they sure as hell chewed up my $3,500. Look, mind you, you wouldn't want to go into that situation without legal representation. And I got to tell you, I made the mistake with that lawyer. That lawyer started researching, and I should have said, look, mate, I want you to come in with me. I don't need you to tell me how faked I am. You come in with me and make sure I don't open my mouth too much. That is it. I don't need you to tell me how faked I am, because I know I'm pretty faked. Anyhow, you learn some. Now, so then I started using the card again, and before you know it, I was charging the baby up. Then I bought some shares in the middle of COVID. I spent about 20,000, sold it off before Christmas for about 27. And what did I do with the proceeds? I played myself card out and the wife's card out and said, let's not do this again. And that's exactly what I I tried to do. Then, of course, you know, submariners had to be paid for, and yeah, it's a bit complicated, but I got to tell you, what's happened now is I've just sold my Paddock 6006 and I've cleared them all. Cleared the cards. Cleared them. Gone. No more outstanding balance on my... No more outstanding balance on my cards. It's all gone. And I've even got money for a PEPSI. When the PEPSI, MJT, my good fan, wants to get me, he's going to get in a PEPSI for me. When it comes in, guess what? I've got cash, got funds. I got funds sitting in my bank account. I've got funds. So yeah, that's very cool. Funds. Clear funds is pretty cool. I haven't really done that ever before. It's a new experience. I've actually paid off my cards and the new purchase that hopefully is coming very soon, thank you MJT, I've got clear funds. So how do I feel about that? I feel great. I feel really good to have money set aside for a watch purchase. I don't have to use credit. I don't have to finance stuff. I'm pretty cool. It's pretty well done. So I got to be honest with you, I think that's it's an interesting scope there. It's it is interesting. It's very interesting. Credit cards, paid them out, and I got money for the PEPSI. I want a PEPSI. I want to get a PEPSI. That's what I'd love to do. I'd really love a PEPSI. So, yeah, it's a new concept. I got to tell you, I don't think the credit card is super evil, to be totally honest with you, but you've got to be a bit careful there, because if you're not careful, it can become a long-term crutch. And it's like so much stuff. You put it on card, and before you know it, it's cost a fortune. So I got to be honest with you there. That's kind of how it goes. That is how it goes. There's not much you can do. So yeah, I kind of think it's yeah, credit card itself there. Look, it's I've needed the funds at times. I was short. I paid a lot of interest, but I got to say, now that I'm credit card free, and you've got to be realistic. I'll tell you a couple things that I've done there. Number one, if you are stuck on a credit card, often people want the points. Maybe you're better off to be on a low rate version of that product. The next thing is, if you do want to go credit card free, you've got to be realistic. You can't just have absolutely no money. How are you going to pay for groceries? How are you going to pay for things? So before I pulled the pin and paid it all out, I had some afloat, which actually I put into my wife's account. So she's got float for food and expenses like that. I put a float of about $1,000. She gets paid fortnightly, top it up. And because there's no point just spruiking, hey, I want to pay the credit card off, and you've got no other money to pay for things. That's pretty terrible. So I got to tell you myself there, I'm pretty happy. Credit card debt is gone. It's gone. I wouldn't say it's evil. You know, I've used it at times, and I've run short. Yes, well, it's expensive money, but you know what? I've now cleared it. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. Some of the things I bought made me very happy. Yeah. Asian Star at broccoli, and you know, I had many good expenses that really helped. So now I'm credit card free, debt free. I'm feeling good. It's really good. It's really good. So I just want to tell you, that's my story. What would I say there? Look, credit, use it sparingly. The funny thing is, now that I got a bit of money on the credit cards, the low rate cards were 13.99, and my other one was my wife's one was 13.49. Cash advance rate 21.99, and what was the other rate? 22.49. Absolutely ridiculous. So be very careful how you use these products. Expensive. And when you want to put some money in the bank, guess what? Zero. I've got a super saver high interest account, 0.05%. Thank you. So when you lend them money, they're not so friendly on the interest. So yeah, that's the way it goes, guys. Okay, guys, I'm ArchieLuxury. I'll see you in the next one, and keep watching. Love yous all. Wristwatch check, Rolex Explorer 2. See you later. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Patek's came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.